Alright, what's going on? It's Wednesday morning and I'm already behind on this week's UFC 316 picks. Honestly, this has been one of the weeks of all time. I'm pretty much just forcing myself to get this done because I can't miss a week. So this one's going to be a bit loose, no crazy breakdowns or anything, just some quick picks and the methods behind them. Here's what I'm thinking for this week's picks. I'll talk through each one quick, give you my reasoning, and keep it simple. So, grab a drink, roll one up, and let's get into it. Kicking off the early prelims, we've got Markel Medeiros versus Mark Choinsky. Mark Choinsky, moneyline. A lot of people are doubting on the Shark, which is fair because his 8-0 undefeated streak is padded with low-level NPCR fighters, but he seems legit, spite the lack of real experience. I'm giving him faith and backing the big underdog. Now, I wouldn't commit to a method here. If I did, it'd be submission. But I think moneyline is a better play just in case. If you're building a parlay, I'd leave this one out of it. But my pick's going to be Choinsky moneyline. Next up, Quillan Salkild versus Yanal Ashmuz. Quillan Salkild moneyline sparked out an undefeated Indian in his UFC debut, though that's not that hard to do. I still just think he's better. More active, more explosive, should have more control of the fight. His methods are mixed, so choice is low level, so I'm not betting the house, but I'm picking Salkild moneyline. And after that we've got Ju Sang Yu versus Jeka Saragi. Ju Sang Yu by KO or sub. 8-0, undefeated with a 50-50 finishing rate. He's not super clean, but he's dangerous. If he touches the chin or gets the back, it's over. It's just as likely to go either way, but being his UFC debut, I'm thinking KO or sub feels like the way. So I'm picking Yu by finish. Closing the early prelims we've got Ariane Lipski da Silva versus Kong Wang. Kong Wang, by decision. Not a flashy pick, just think she edges it. More output, better pace, probably wins the optics. Not expecting a finish, but it wouldn't shock me if she got the knockout either. I just see it being a safe, smart fight. Wang by decision is my pick. Opening up the prelims, Kaus Williams versus Andreas Gustafsson. I'm going with Andreas Gustafsson by KO. He's going to come out wild, he hits hard. As an ex-bouncer, I expect nothing less from the Swede. And if Andreas gets going early, he'll get him out of there. Gustafsson by KO's the call. Next up is Sergey Spivak versus Waldo Cortez Acosta. Waldo Cortez Acosta by KO. He's not the most technical heavyweight, but he throws heat, and that's usually enough at this level. Give me an early knockout. Hopefully in round one, so I don't have to watch 3 rounds of knackered biggies try to swing. Acosta by KO. After that, we've got Azamat Murzakanov versus Brenson Ribeiro. Azamat Murzakanov by KO undefeated with 10 knockouts. Azamat throws wild, and if he lands one, you're going to sleep. I don't trust him long term, but I trust him for one punch. So Murzakanov by KO. Then closing out the prelims, Bruno Silva versus Joshua Van. Joshua Van by KO or decision. I like this kid. He's aggressive. Clean combos, fast hands, always working. If he doesn't catch him clean, I still think he wins on volume. That being said, he does have 2 submissions, but I think he keeps it on the feet. KO or decision basically covers it. Kicking off the main card, we've got Vicente Luque versus Kevin Holland. Vicente Luque, moneyline. Not confident, not excited. I love Holland. Real shit from the shitter, has to be one of the top IG series I've ever seen. But if Holland doesn't land something clean early or find a submission, I think Luque will just edge it. Knocking out Bilal gives me hope for him, but not entirely sure here. Not a lock, but I lean Luque moneyline. And then on to Mario Bautista versus Patchy Mix. Patchy Mix, moneyline. One of the more confident picks this week. Mix is just good everywhere, especially with the submissions. He finds finishes, he controls position, he can chain things together, and I don't think Bautista's got enough to win 3 rounds off him. I'm praying he doesn't pull another Aldo, and I'm begging Mix claims the Guru bounty and knocks this guy out for a stunning UFC debut. But I can easily see it going all 3 ways, so Mix moneyline is the way. For our featured fight of the night, Kelvin Gastelum versus Joe Pyfer. Joe Pyfer moneyline. This is a bit of a weird one. Gastelum's a vet, but Pyfer hits like the world's hardest truck and fights like he means it. He's been more consistent lately. I think he gets it done. Not sure if he cracks Kelvin's chin, but I bet he finds it, repeatedly. Could even use that length advantage for a sub, so I'll just take him straight. Keep it simple. Piper moneyline. And then in the co-main event, Juliana Pena versus Kayla Harrison. Kayla Harrison, moneyline. Her first 5-round fight in the big UFC, but if she gets on top, you're not getting back up. Pena is tough, but she's not stopping the throw. I don't know if she finishes her. I hope for Pena's sake she doesn't. But either way, Kayla's going to win. Simple as that. And finally, the main event of the night, MERAB Dvalishvili versus Sean O'Malley. MERAB Dvalishvili by decision. It's always by decision, isn't it? Man's almost allergic to finishes, but he doesn't stop moving, doesn't stop shooting. And against O'Malley, who wants space and timing, I just don't see Sean getting that unless MERAB lets him breathe. And MERAB never lets anyone breathe. It's going to be pace, pressure, takedowns, rinse and repeat. O'Malley seems locked in, focusing on the fight, so I believe there's a chance he finds the KO. Round 3 is speaking to me for a side bet, but my official pick's MERAB. So yeah, decision to the machine. That's it for this week's UFC 316 picks. Nothing too deep or fancy. Hopefully some of these land and get us a nice win. I'll be back next month with a fresh one, maybe with a bit more energy. Who knows? If you're liking the picks or just here for the vibe, make sure to hit like and subscribe. Helps keep the channel rolling. Drop a comment if you've got any thoughts or picks of your own. Always good to hear what you're thinking. Check us out on Instagram for Fight Night picks and random UFC content by joint decision.
By joint decision.